maintain an air of professionalism. That doesn't mean being uptight about it.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's important to be relaxed. It's important to get comfortable. It's important to, being too stressed or too uptight about things isn't going to do any good. We're going to get into another winners top 8 qualifier. This is Zomba versus Deltaforce. Zomba, coming off of and yet another Japan trip for him, did decently well out there as usual. He's one of the, 15 best players in the world right now. And I mean, he's already showing it some incredible. Oh wow, the sour spot there actually. That looked like it should have been a stock. He doesn't care though. Zombie right in, and he's just all over Delta right now. There's no room for this Link to even breathe.
Yeah, absolutely. Zomba has such an oppressive playstyle, especially versus a character like Link. The way that he doesn't let Delta get very much off of this damage, I mean, 58% is like pretty negligible. Able to mash out of that berry though, which is great for Deltaforce. However, it's not going to matter very much when Zomba is able to just follow up with a back air of his own to take the very first stock, trying to go for the dare there, not going to get it, but Delta is just being backed into a corner here.
Yeah, and something that Zomba is really good at doing against characters like Link is he's really good at punishing them for going for like their generically good buttons. Like Zomba's already called out like 2 or 3 Link Nairs, which is, everyone knows about Link Nair. That's the original move with some back airs, and he's already, I mean, it's a minute and a half. That forward smash read is just read after read after read. Feels like he's like living in Deltaforce's head.
Yeah, I mean, it's some like real mind reader stuff here, but I do think that a lot of it is just a mixture of conditioning and also knowledge of a player like Deltaforce from like player experience. These two have had quite a few sets together over the years, so even though they've both improved respectively, like like a lot of that knowledge like just sort of comes back and reminds you like, here's what I'm supposed to be doing in this. And here Deltaforce able to get his very first stock, but Zomba able to rack up even more damage as Deltaforce finds himself a kill percent, gets the berry, is able to follow up with some up airs here, not going to be the stock just yet.
Yeah, and Deltaforce, he's got something started here, but R.O.B can be pretty hard to kill. He's got all that gas off stage, it's pretty heavy, and I mean, Deltaforce is just one big hit away from dying, or soon he'll even die to like an up throw. But Zomba goes pretty deep. This up air though is just gonna kill even from under the ledge there, and we're really seeing that there's levels to this sort of thing. Deltaforce is an amazing player. The fact that he's getting, the fact that he's having such a hard time, it just shows, that's the difference between, super major winners and, some of the best in your local PR. But he did a really good job there whenever he managed to get out of disadvantage, get some hits in, really start to get some punish going. It's just unfortunate, Zomba kind of feels like, it almost felt like he was mind controlling Deltaforce at certain points. That's how long the advantage states were going.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a lot of the stuff that Deltaforce is doing is good for Link gameplay. However, it feels like he's not able to execute a whole lot of it just because of how oppressive Zomba is being. Zomba, like, playing R.O.B, he has so many more options, it feels like. At close range, due to his fast frame data and a lot of his moves, such as down tilt, he's able to outbox Link pretty easily. And even when he's not up close, he's still able to utilize his lasers in order to snipe him.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, wow, those are really nice bomb recovery. Sometimes it feels like, in some ways, R.O.B kind of does everything Link wants to do, but a little better. But something R.O.B doesn't have is that killing strong forward air that Deltaforce used to take the first stock, but Zomba takes it right back with that up tilt into the up air. No DI would have saved you there, and now Zomba, he's got the full laser on deck, he's got the bomb. He is neither of those things anymore. But he's still got gyro, he's still tossing, and now it kind of feels like we're in a more balanced game. Let's see how long this will last for. I'm going for some crafty footstool item stuff out of shield, but the bomb is one of those items you can't really use for yourself. Link will just explode it and take it back for himself, and Deltaforce is doing a great job of focusing on staying grounded, controlling the ground, not going for anything too crazy, not trying to meet R.O.B in the air or projectile to projectile, using the advantage he has with the disjoint, and he's doing such a good job. He actually has the lead totally different player from what we saw in game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Deltaforce is just really utilizing a lot of the spacing at his disposal. You know, it felt like in game 1 that Zomba was just playing way too oppressively for Deltaforce to be able to find anything, but now it looks like Deltaforce is just like making this space for himself. Of course, Zomba going to just call that out with an up air there. You know, unfortunately, not quite a safe decision for Deltaforce to be going up, like retreating so high up right there when a character like R.O.B has such a good up air.
Oh no.
But oh no, but that's going to be the back air.
Does he have the bomb? No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, he lived! Oh, we got faked out! Back. It's okay, I don't blame you, production. I also thought he died. I mean, let's see if Deltaforce can make this comeback. You know, those game 1, sometimes you get blown out, it's kind of a wash, but this down tilt train is so brutal. With so much damage onto Deltaforce, he has to be so scared of grab, he has to be scared of up air, and that up air,
Yeah.
it's so